Hello all, welcome back to Castle. Today, episode 4 of The Mandalorian. Let's get into it. I don't know what I could spoil about this episode simply because not a whole lot happened, though I did somewhat enjoy it. And I know this episode has a lot of people asking, is Katie Sackhoff going to replace Pedro Pascal? I can't answer that question. It wouldn't surprise me simply because, for what reason? Because they let her have a moment with her helmet off, but they did. They didn't let Dinjarin have his moment with his helmet off. I think personally, I just think it's funny. I mean, at this point, we all pretty much know that the guy. There's two people in the suit. One of them is John Wayne's grandson, and I don't know who the other guy is. I've seen pictures of him, and Pedro just comes in, does the lines, and then leaves. Like I said, I just kind of find it funny. All in all, I would have liked this episode instead of what we got last week because I would still kind of be into it. But now I'm just wondering where all this is going. I mean, is Grogu going to be a Mandalorian? Although I do find that kind of interesting because, I mean, they're going to be teaching him for a long, long time. I still believe that Grogu ain't no 50 years old. That's some kind of, the way they age is different than us. And just, he was 900 years old. That's our 900. He was actually, I'm talking about Yoda, was actually older than we are. Or that time, because he has to be able to talk by now. And that's my biggest. And I know why he ain't, because he's still cooing and con for the girls. But that's got to be getting old at some point. Maybe? I don't know. All in all, I would have to give this episode a 6 out of 10. I wasn't that impressed with it. I enjoyed it, but it seems like this felt kind of like a filler episode where it was just a random. I mean, I'm not going to give too much away, but something happens to one of the foundlings. They have to go save him, and that's pretty much the whole mission. And then at the very end, Bo-Katan reveals something that should have, in my opinion, been more impactful than what it was. It was just, oh, by the way, I saw something, and she got told, yeah, and I was like, really? That's it? A species that's supposed to be extinct? I'm sorry. It's hard for me to talk about this without spoiling just a little bit. Like I said, there's not a whole lot to spoil. All in all, that's all I've got for today. Like I said, so far, season 1 of Mandalorian was okay. Season 2 was okay too, with the end being the big kicker. If they do the same thing with this show, if they just put out a show and it's just full of filler and it's full of just nothing that really leads anywhere, and then at the very end you get this big cameo of whether it's going to be Thrawn. Something else I noticed, let me say this. In the crawl, whenever you have all the helmets appear, I noticed Darth Vader's helmet. I hadn't seen that in a while. And I'm going, really? I wonder what that means. All in all, it is what it is. I will see you guys next video.